Good morning. It's a bright and early one. A dark and early one. Anyhow, I'm about to roll up on the property. Jesse is there. He said gravel will be there in about 15 minutes. I think I should be there in about 10 minutes. So that timing should work out pretty good. Hopefully we get some work done today. It's pretty rainy, crappy, nasty out. So I don't know. And also I didn't bring a jacket because I'm definitely the brightest, sharpest tool in the shed. But if I'd have thought about it, I was just rushing out of the house, making sure my coffee was ready and all that jazz. And I got about halfway here and realized, wow, you dum-dum, you're gonna be soaking wet and cold. Oh well, I'll live, I'll survive. But yeah, we'll see you after a bit when we get here and see if the gravel's there yet, and we'll get her moving. Well, it's still pretty dark out, and I'm here, but no one else is. Hard to see anything, I know, but it looks all right. It don't look like we're holding a bunch of water. It might be a puddle right there, but it's actually not that bad. I don't know. I'll make my way back in and see what we got going on. Old Jesse just pulled in. He said it looks really good. He said it seems, and I agree. The really only wet spot I see is even right there. He's gonna come in, he's gonna scrape off the snot, and the gravel will be here 10 or 15 minutes. So, all right, well, the first load of stone got here and dumped is 10 tons. It doesn't look like it went very far, but I know this apron is gonna take up a lot more of it than anything else. Looks like we're gonna need another load even just on the apron, but Jesse's gone ahead, spread that out. That'll happen quick enough. I didn't even get the camera out, but I'll get a shot or two of them dumping and spreading here in the next load. But Jesse's gone ahead back here and he's starting to work on seeing what he can do, clearing a little bit of the perimeter of the property. So which I'm real excited for, to have a perimeter trail down here. Granted, he's not on the perimeter yet. The perimeter is actually back out there to the road and that way about 200-300 feet. But this old logging trail, Jesse thinks he can get down in here and clear over to the perimeter. So he's down there playing in the woods. We will see what he's able to come up with. He's gonna do this between stone runs while Harv is out getting stone at the quarry. So we'll see how far Jesse gets, and I'll keep you updated. So the second load of stone just got dumped. It ended up being dumped on the road on accident. Dude went to turn the PTO on and hit the dump button or whatever, however that works. He started to dump right in the middle of the road. So then he had to back over a partial load and get down in the driveway, and it just turned into a mess real quick. So I didn't end up having it on film, and I also didn't want to make him super uncomfortable being filmed while all of this was happening. But second load, Jesse was able to drag most of it off the road. I got to finish it off the rake, push it all over here, and he's up in there. He started down that hill in the back, made it down to the creek bed, started working his way back up this way, and now it looks like he's just kind of moving some of the slop off the top of the driveway up there now, kind of smoothing things out for us, so easier for the next dump truck load. But yeah, moving along. I really hope that I get a shot of this guy. He actually ended up finishing off really cool. You know, after he dumped the first part of the load in the road, he backed over that big hump of gravel. He got it down into the driveway there, and he tailgated backwards, which was really cool to watch. So hopefully I get a shot of that. So we'll see. Third load's been dropped. Jesse went ahead and spread some of this out. And he's off back down the hill to try and work his way back near the perimeter at least. Got stone up here too. Obviously it's kind of rainy and muddy and probably not the most ideal day to be playing in the dirt, but this is when everybody was available, so we're taking it. It's going to take some rains to wash the stones off. There is a lot of stone here, but it is muddy, so I don't know. It'll be all right, I think. I think the next load's gonna come in down on the lower part of the driveway there. He'll stop and put his tailgate or his bed down. And then he'll resituate on this, back up into that corner there, start dropping and work his way back this way again. And then he'll have to go get another load. I think he's bringing load number 4. This will be number 4. I think we're going to end up with 5, but it is what it is. Eventually, honestly, the way Jesse cleared out back in there for our fire pit area, it looks like a perfect spot to park a camper, so I might be graveling more yet. Kind of want to walk down in here a little bit just to see how he's going. I wish I had my 4-wheeler. I have buckeye trees at the house. I didn't realize there was a buckeye tree around here. I just found a buckeye on the ground. I'll be looking around for buckeye trees now. This looks like about as far as he made it this way. But boy howdy, it is thick. And here is basically a ravine. I don't know if I'll be able to show you. Yeah, it drops off like right now. Goes down into that ravine, and that goes on down into the big gully. That's probably why he stopped working his way this way. Yeah, the big, I mean, it drops off quick. It goes down in there. Alright, and we found him. The big John Deere in its natural habitat. Pushing through the woods. Pushing through the forest. Well, I think I'll walk back up, wait on my boy to get back with the dump truck with another load of stone. Let Jesse play around down here in the woods for a minute, and we'll check back on him after the next layer of stone is dropped. Hopefully I get another little shot of him dropping that stone too, because he has definitely redeemed himself. We'll see you after I hike my butt back up out of here. It has been a slop fest. It has turned into an absolute slop fest. It's so muddy and rainy and wet and gross. We're about finished for the day. We're thinking now that we need a culvert. We were originally thinking that we could get away without one. But it's, you know, over here, it's uphill. Wow, look at that dirty hands from working on that Jeep. Over here, it goes uphill, then it heads back downhill, then it heads back uphill. So the culvert is going to be really difficult. But Jesse and I were talking, and he thinks that we can do some sort of basin over here and sink a culvert and let it daylight off the side of this little hill here. So the car's just going to dump this here and call it a day. All right, so this is how we're leaving it. It is still raining. We have dumped the last load back there. There's a lot of water gathering, but we went ahead and cut in a, wow. That is already cutting that hill out a lot. We'll have to, yeah. Oh well.
Well, working in the dirt, found something. Someone's been having fun without us. Good old fireball.
Hello. It's another day. It's actually a few weeks later since the last clip you saw. But we're back down here at the property working on the driveway. I brought the Mahindra, and you've seen I've been back and forth kind of squaring up edges and whatnot and kind of getting rid of some of the humps and dozer finish of the driveway just to make it a little bit better to drive on. I pulled the trailer in and we were able to swing and make the turn with the car hauler and the tractor, but we definitely will not be making this turn with the camper, which obviously was the goal originally, but long-term goal, we're gonna have a cabin right there, so I'm not super worried about being able to make the turn. I can get in here and get parked here, and I can get out, and you know, it'll be a little bit of finagling and trickery, but we'll get it done. Melinda is, so I think you saw, started off up here on this corner getting rid of this hump a little bit, because I'll be dragging trailers up and over that. We added some dirt, some gravel in this corner here of the teardrop. Jesse's actually going to come back. He's just up the street now, like 2 properties over, working. But he's going to, so you can see, even with my car hauler, I had to drag it over that corner, drag the trailer over that corner, and drive the truck up onto the bank here to make this turn. He's going to come back with his backhoe and probably get rid of this dead tree and move this bank back for me a little bit in that general area and make this turn a little bit easier to do. But like I said, he's just up the street working, so that'll be in the near future, in like a week. I'm gonna keep playing with the tractor, kind of leveling and moving gravel here for a while. Melinda's still raking this spot. This looks really nice.
So much better than it did.
Yeah, looks. Should have taken it before. Famous last words. We all do that.
Show them the culvert. You don't have any film of the culvert.
Okay, yeah, I'll walk you up here and show you the culvert. I know we had mentioned in the last video that, in the last clip, that we were gonna end up needing a culvert. Jesse has that installed for us. It daylights right here over this hill. I need to get some stones down underneath it to keep it from eroding that hill away too much. And then it just goes down into that ravine. The front of it, I actually love what he did. He diverted the road water because there's no real ditch on the side of this road. So you can kind of tell he kind of put a little swale there to catch all the water, dug a nice little ditch, and I'm gonna have to do my due diligence and keep the end of that culvert clean. I might put some sort of screen there to keep it, well, I don't know, maybe Yeah, I'm not sure. But it works for now. It should work forever, honestly, if I keep it clean. And yeah, so here we are, continuing work at the new property. It's very exciting. Here we go.
So can I just take a second just to say how beautiful of a day it is today? Gorgeous. It's like mid-60s. We're mid-October right now in Ohio, and it's been pretty cold this past week, so we couldn't ask for better weather today. It is just an absolutely beautiful, beautiful day. God is good. Well, I think we're wrapping things up for today. Been here, I don't know, probably 5-ish hours. I'll flip this. As you can see, driveway looks a lot better. Andrew dressed it up a lot with the tractor, and it's definitely a lot smoother. So the hope is that next time we come down, we can bring the camper. So I know next weekend we have a vendor event, so we will not be able to come down next weekend, but hopefully the weekend after, if the weather isn't terrible. I know we're nearing the mid to end of October, so you never know what weather you're gonna get, you know, in Ohio this time of year, but we'll hope for the best. I think he's just finishing up smoothing this area out a little bit, but it's looking pretty good. So the plan is to kind of park the camper right here. And then we got our bonfire pit area smoothed out pretty good. At least good enough to be able to have a nice fire, put some chairs, have a good time. We did walk some of the trails that Jesse cut in for us. They're definitely not finished. They're gonna need a lot of work. So the hope is to bring the camper and some of our quads down so we can have some fun exploring. So yeah, thank you guys as always, and we'll see you next time.